Illegal to use a legal name, so driving a car, that's illegal. Yeah, because you used the legal name to get an ID so that you could maybe run someone over and then say that it was an accident. Like George Bush's wife, which is a male to female forced ritual inversion, which is what I think is so hilarious is you got these people playing golf in Florida that are these free men on the land types that want to throw dirt on the BCCRSS and Kate, just like they throw dirt on the Ten Commandments and God. Same thing. It's just a fractal. God, Ten Commandments. Kate, BCCRSS. Kate's a lot like God. Well, Kate's a servant of God, created the BCCRSS to save humanity, the twins, the two witnesses from Revelations. Okay. God wrote with his finger, or its finger, God, truth, into 2 tablets of stone. The 10 Commandments. The only way they could stop the 10 Commandments was to create the birth certificate, trick you into breaking it, and they wouldn't even have to go do anything. They could even trick you into fighting and killing. They just have to kidnap the child, bring it over, train it how to kill, point over at the other side, say, those are the bad people, we're going to get them, we're going to kill them one day. Then the kid's going to say, yes, Daddy, I'll kill as many as you tell me to. He said, okay, then you'll be a good general, and you'll be the head of the army, and you'll have as many sex slaves as you want, maybe 1,000, like they say in Muslim shit. You'll have 50,000 virgins, just like the Jews, the Muslims, the Christians. Just like all the Christians think they're going to go to heaven. For what? You had your chance in heaven right here, but you chose death, so you get death. Anyone who wants to comprehend the fact that using a legal name means that you're agreeing to be dead by consent. Now, if you have to use the legal name to take that fucking check so that you can get the word out and you know the truth, but you don't want to create any real waves yet until you fully understand the magnitude of Namegate legal name fraud. That's it. It's illegal to use a legal name. There is no debating, there's no arguing, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about this. It's illegal to use a legal name. It's unlawful to aid and abet another into committing legal name fraud. So by the mere creation of the registration, they are committing high treason. Yeah, that's public execution style. Good thing I don't have vengeance, right? But you're too fucking stupid because you've been breaking the law your whole life and you think you can differentiate what is good and what is not. So you vote, you get them to go kill people, then you're like, oh shit, I shouldn't have voted for that guy. Then you vote for the next guy, he goes and he kills everybody, and then you're like, oh shit, I shouldn't have voted for that guy either. What's going on? Oh, it's illegal to use a legal name? That's how they got me? They tricked me into fucking using an ID that wasn't mine. Just because everyone else is doing it does not make it right. You need to have a clear mind where where you're aware of what's going on, you're aware of nature, you're not just trashing and polluting and being consumption whore of Babylon, bastard child of Rothschild, of wrath, of Satan. It's a lot more sophisticated and complex than I'd like to get into. Go ahead and read the BCCRSS and all the essays, because the BCCRSS, you're still going to have a lot of questions. It's like nothing you've ever seen before. It's written in Phoenician. You're not going to know what this is. You might just think it's nothing. You might just throw in the rest of the trash pile, right? You don't even know. Everything you touch turns to trash, so it just goes in the fucking trash pile. It's dead. Everything you touch is dead. Now, read that 10 Commandments and go with an open heart and go, okay. And the Lord God spake these words, saying, I am the Lord thy God that delivered thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage. Thou shalt have no other gods before me. A legal name is a god. It's an ID, entity, idol that people like to talk about and use their left brain to chatter about. Oh, how's Jimmy doing? I don't know. He works at a new place now. He's doing this. He's a new mohel. He works in the Asheville mohel now. Oh, that's great. He's a good... I'm going to bring my schnookums over here. I'm going to fuck her, and I'm going to pop out a baby, and I'm going to get my schnookums, get a mohel, Chabad, Ludwig, fucking circumcision. Everyone's going to fucking say it's so great. And then you're going to take a bunch of pictures. You'll even put it on your Instagram. Oh, look, we're going to have a mohel party. They don't show the actual, explicit pornographic content, which is the grown-up putting his saliva and mouth on the fucking penis of a baby and chewing off the foreskin. And for all the Christians that are circumcised, you got fucked. double fucked. Everyone got fucked by the birth certificate, okay? But now you're going to get fucked again. Because now some rapist is going to come over there, Dr. Giggles. He's going to have all the certification and paperwork that says it's perfectly legal. And then he's going to go over there and he's going to trick your parents. Hey, do you want to get a circumcised? Hey, fuck it. Is it free or it'll be an extra like $800 on the bill, but insurance will cover it. Oh, okay, yeah, it's easier, right? To start mutilating the baby as soon as it comes out of the womb. We're going to kill it and then mutilate it now. We're going to, oh, no, it's a nice little procedure and there's different methods that they do it. They do a fold and they do a flap. Okay, well, they also do forced ritual inversion behind the scenes in like war-torn countries that they establish their new death cult in. Yeah, these people will go to they'll just go to the end of the earth killing their own babies. It's the most sickest thing, just to maintain their veil of power, control. That's all they want. They just want to control their slaves. If they have to put a fucking drill into their slave's forehead and take out the fucking part of their brain so that they can or they can put amoebas in your water and your food so that your fucking brain gets eaten out by nanobots in that specific spot, because they don't want you dead. They still want you registering things. They still want you buying things. They still want you voting. They still want you watching TV and repeating what you see on the news, just like everyone's like, oh, did you see that on the news? But I've been telling you about this shit for 5 fucking years, whether it's about this or that. You know, like the Illuminati is just an evil corporation. That's all it is. It's just a front. It's just a fucking front, just like your Taco Bell's a front for the HEK, Crown Corp administering of your fucking amoeba, brain parasite amoebas and shit. Yeah, you got parasites. It's called you can't comprehend the truth, and you can't even see God because you're so feral and demonic. All you got to do is say, when I say it's illegal to use legal name, you got to say okay. And then you say, what can I do about it? And I say, well, you can read and share the BCCRSS. There's no excuse after that point. It's absolute. I already told you what you need to do and what it is. It's illegal to use a legal name. 1. 2, read and share the BCCRSS. 3, take responsibility. Have a nice day. That means no one's going to read it for you. No one can submit the BCCRSS. I don't care if you're getting your highlighters and your crayons out and you're highlighting everything and shit. Are you following the 10 Commandments? The BCCRSS is the escape clause from the birth certificate fraud, okay? Anybody trying to create joinder within that birth certificate fraud, you can use the 10 Commandments and the BCCRSS as long as you've read both entirely and you practically have them both fucking memorized. And you know exactly what the fuck is going on. Then you submit that to the county clerk of the jurisdiction of the Crown Corporation wherever in the world that is fucking with you. Then you don't use that fucking name anymore because it's not yours and that would be stealing. Anybody trying to contract with that name by waving to you, smiling at you, calling out the legal name, do not fucking respond. They are dead. You're basically looking at a dead thing that wants to pull you into dead world. Okay? So that's why, you know, you don't really want to go anywhere. You want to kind of stay put and just get the word out and do your 7 years of tribulation. That's what this is. Okay? It's 40 years in the wilderness, 7 years of tribulation, and then you're fucking free. And then you can figure out, well, everyone will see you and go, what the fuck? I thought you died. And yeah, I did. Yeah. I got born again in the truth. It's illegal to use legal name. I read the BCCRSS. I was still curious about the BCCRSS after reading it numerous times, so I had to continue to read the essays in the entirety to see the entire book of life story, and then go back and read the BCCRSS again, and all the while getting the word out because you don't want to waste any time. I mean, think about it. The 40 years in the wilderness was a bunch of time wasted. But it gives you a lot of experience. You know a lot about legal. You know a lot about how the system is run. You know the dark. You know that there's stages of darkness that are even beyond what you've seen, and that you can stomach. But by going along with a legal death cult, you're allowing all crimes to be possible for the death cult. So it's sort of. This is the last call, okay? You got the blood of the Lamb. You're soaked in the fucking blood of the Lamb, and you're saying that you want more blood of Jesus the Christ, and you're going to eat more steaks. That's the most hypocritical fucking satanic garbage, just like all these fucking Jabba the Hutt type guy and this Jew from France and this Jeff Kirk and all these people in this Skype meeting. These people don't know shit from fucking Shinola, and they are the Antichrist. You know how you know you're the Antichrist? If you don't give a fuck about truth, even when you say you want it. If you say you want truth and it's not what you like, too fucking bad, you fucking ungrateful maggot. IDs are illegal means that everyone driving a car is a criminal with intent to kill. knowingly or unknowingly. That means if they kill you, you are fucking dead, and they pretty much can buy their way out of it. As long as they can pay off the insurance claim or whatever, and they have infinite money, they can just do whatever they want. So what's the system about? It's about creating a bigger gap between the middle class, because they have to slowly leech you. Every generation, they have to jack up all the inflation and trick you more and more and more, so they can devalue the precious metals. And that when I am on looking for a bike and I'm like messaging everybody and I send them a truth billboard, they usually try to block me or just like leave the chat. Recently, the guy was like, "What's that?" And I'm like, "You never seen a truth billboard before? You never seen a truth billboard?" Maybe if I say it that way, he'll have a better chance of being like, "Oh, I feel stupid. I'm gonna go read that." Wait, no, it is stupid. I don't know what that is. So it's sort of like the legal name frauds, like Cole South or Dustin Mulvaney or fucking any legal namer. Take your legal name that you think is yours and put it in substitute for one of their names. You see what I'm saying? And when someone you know, put them both there. Are stupid fucking demon retards. You know why? Because they think that just because they don't know something, they don't need to know it because they've gone so long not knowing it. Well, guess what? Now you know God. It's illegal to use a legal name. What are you going to do now? God's like, what are you going to do? Here's your key to your escutcheon. All you got to do is turn the key. I'll put it right here on the table, the BCCRSS. It'll be a silver platter, too. I know you like shiny things. Polished silver, really nice. Better than the day it was made. And so, because it's been all polished and everything, it had its you know how silver oxidizes and turns like iridescent blue, based on whatever's in what you call it air. Air is actually water. Air, the way of air. You're flying, you're lighter than air. Anyway, it's a tricky deal, okay? And articulating this to everyone, because you don't have a PR crew, you don't have radio stations, you don't have news stations. I actually get censored on Twitter and everything like that. And even the people who repost my stuff, which is not my stuff, I mean my posts, but my stuff is like how I present to you. It's illegal to use a legal name, read and share the BCCRSS. How I bring this to the world, right? Like, everyone's good at their own thing. Maybe I'm good at making the videos and doing the thing. Maybe I'm not. Who fucking cares? Are you reading the BCCRSS? Did you watch one of my videos and then you read the BCCRSS? Because that's the only reason I put these fucking videos up. So that when I do see you on the street, instead of you saying, "Oh, I gave you a thumbs down, I didn't like the way you talked to those people, that sounded really bad," and like blah, 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 blah. Okay. You still trapped in the legal name, hiding in plain sight, thinking that your opinion is worth anything. First of all, if you got anything to say about me with regard to my videos, make your own video, put the link in the comments so I can watch it. Okay? Like I said, one-on-one, whoever you are, you got anything to say, what you do is you make your own video. Yeah, most people don't have, I ask most people, "Hey, you got a YouTube? I'll check it out." Like, no. You got a phone, right? Yeah. It's like, "I'm not good with computers." It's like, all you do is push the little button and it says record, and you fucking put the shit on the fucking YouTube and you put hashtag BCCRSS. "Hey everybody, look, I found the BCCRSS. Did you know it's illegal to use a legal name? The birth certificate is intent to kill, and then creates a demon, because then the child is then a little murderer, where he's so special, little king of the world, and then everyone else can fucking burn in hell and die." That's what the world has become. Are you okay with war, starvation, rape, snuff films, child pornography, any fucking thing, voting, going to school? Yeah, skull. You're getting your skull fucked when you go to skull. It's a stranger. You're putting your child in the hands of more strangers that are gonna reverse all the good things that you teach the child. They're gonna reverse all that. And then it becomes into a withholding of information, and then constantly surprising them with more fraud. Like, "Hey, guess what? The fucking Valentine's Lupercalia is gonna come." The kid's like handing out fucking like hearts and shit like that. It's like, yo, what the fuck? That's satanic, yo. They're trying to rape little kids and say it's like a heart and like choose love and all this shit. This is fucking sick. The reason they do this is because it's a type of mind control where all the child shows like Paw Patrol and Dora and whatever the fuck are all these things, these are all the ways that they program the children hardcore early on and get you to allow them to do it because it's popular and they learn it all from what they learn at school. They're like, have you seen this show? And it's a word of mouth, and they're not talking about the legal name fraud. And as long as they're not talking about legal name fraud, Satan wants them to be talking about all type of fucking retarded shit. Just like with the Paw Patrol, they got this bark weapon, the BAR of the cull, the culling of the bar, or the killing of the bar. So you're either killing the bar, if you know the duality of the sound bark. Most people don't. Most people are just grunts, and it's like caveman style. The whole world is like a fucking retarded caveman. And I was one too, so I'm not here to judge. I'm just saying the whole world is a fucking retarded caveman bullshit. Self-gratification, serving Satan, pretty much just a satanic demon. Then you find out it's illegal to use legal name, and that whole thing was just a fucking dream. A real dream, but it was a dream. And you were dead. And the only way to actually become alive, you don't need to get anything stamped or submitted. All you do is you submit the BCCRSS and the 10 Commandments to the county clerk with the case number on top. No legal names, nothing to identify you, the witness, to the legal name fraud at that point. So there's a case number. So when they go to run it through the county clerk to process that charge, because remember, all crimes are commercial, so they're guilty by their own omission and commission. That means all bar cards are foreign agents. That means they all have intent to kill and aid and abet others into committing legal name fraud to break all 10 commandments. That means they all need to be rounded up and put in the FEMA camp. That way, the people will snap out of their fucking shit real quick, because they'll go like, wait, there's a shit ton of fucking bar card members. That's like 200,000 people need to get executed. Or at least re-educated. Hey, did y'all know that y'all were fucking aiding? No, that's my freedom. That's my mohel. The demons will be screeching and all this shit, and eventually they'll either just we'll give them a choice to repent or get their fucking head chopped off, and they'll probably let you chop their head off because they're fucking, they're not human. There's nothing human there. If you're doing something wrong, you just say you're doing something wrong. You try not to do it again, and you make sure. But this time, you make sure you never do it again. I know you wanted to soil your oats in Babylon like the rest of the fucking demons. I get it. It's not fun, okay? You think it's sweet, you think it's fun, but you become like a legal name crack whore in Babylon. The whore of Babylon, you get it? You're the whore of Babylon using a legal name. You didn't know it was yours, but then when you get the truth, just because no one else is stopping, you don't want to stop either. You call me crazy. It's okay. You can call me fucking whatever you want to call me. You can misinterpret and assume and presume anything you want. Did you know you're dead? If you're using a legal name, you're dead. Did you know that the body that you're in was never yours? That's why it's like the 10 Commandments. The body's not yours. You're just here. What do you think of God? The creation, the world. How would you like to just live on the beach? Imagine like nobody getting drunk. Nobody hitting anybody, nobody arguing, nobody worried about anything, nobody rushing anywhere to go anywhere, nobody trying to drag you along. It's just like a doll. Just think about it. The mother grabs the kid, puts him in the thing. You're coming with me. Can't go anywhere without the kid. You gotta put him in the clothes. Let me dress you up. Let me comb your hair and put your fucking name. What would do better? Do you think the kid would do better on a farm with 100 other kids and there's no violence, and they all sing songs and dance and learn things, learn to read and write and keep their mouth shut until they know what they're gonna say? Like the old wise chief of the fucking thing, where he's like, everyone's like chattering and the old chief is listening, with a godly stare or godly grin, and he's looking all around, and then he puts up his hand and everybody gets quiet, and then they wait. They're not like, what are you gonna say? What are you gonna say? Like a fucking stupid rabbi. Like, what? No. He's gonna then speak, very short to the point, and then everybody's gonna sit around and think about what was just said with reverence, because he has the most experience. He's been there the longest. He knows the most. He can give them the stitching time is worth 9. Well, it's just like that with Kate Gaia. Everyone's like diddle 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 diddle. Then Kate's like, hey, here's the BCCRSS and all the essays. Whoa. Oh, man. Too bad I don't know how to read, and I just fucking love being a demon. Oh, I'll never read that fucking shit. I'll just keep calling Kate a tranny, and I'll just keep calling all the people that follow the truth. It has nothing to see. This is the thing. This has nothing to do with Kate. Okay? And everything to do with Kate at the same time. And that's a good thing. For me. For you, it might be a bad thing. It's like, oh shit, he's right. I gotta run. Yeah, you do gotta fucking run. Run to the fucking print shop and get your fucking stuff printed out, your BCCRSS printed out, and stop being a chicken shit mohel, and just submit it to the county clerk, and then just fucking, if you gotta still pay some fucking bills or whatever to fucking, because you don't know how to fucking get out of your hell that you've entrapped yourself in, just keep reading the essays and you'll find out the ways to just slowly disconnect and clean yourself of the legal name fraud mark of the beast. Okay, this is a good one for Twitter. This is also like a journal. It helps me forecast for how I'm going to get the word out better, because I see little bits of, but it's so much animal. It's an animal pedophilic death cult. That means they're fucking kids by putting them into death cults as soon as they pop out of fucking vagina, vesica Pisces. Now, if you turn your upper vertebrae, like your spine, you light up your 12 virgins, which are your 12 virtues, and you light up your crown chakra, and you take back your spiritual crown, and you know that you're the king of your castle, Satan's a fucking dirty rascal, then walk in truth and get the word out. That's it. We're not holding grudges. We're not saying tit for tat. Oh, eye for an eye, tit for tat. No. You got me good with that legal name fraud. That was 40 years in the wilderness for sure. I probably went through it a lot harder than anyone else when it comes to strategy and warfare. And that's why the cream kind of rises to the top. Like Larry and Kate and Rose and Dom. And it's illegal and stuff like that. There's very few of us that are willing to just like be okay with being dead and hated and, hunted just for telling the truth. It's illegal to use a legal name. Hey, just telling the truth. I could lie to you if you want. You'd probably want to be my best friend if I just lied to you. Oh, you look so awesome today. Oh, girl, you look so great. Oh, let's go for a walk. Let's go get some ice cream. Yay. You'd probably like, oh my gosh, it's so fun. I didn't know you're this fun. And then it's like, girl, you know I am. And then later on, the only reason I wouldn't do that, one of the only reasons I wouldn't do that, is because it would be lying. The second one is if I stop doing that after that, and I'm just like, hey, I'm working, I'm busy. Girl, you're no fun no more. You're no fun. We used to have ice cream together. We used to fucking turn the music up and go fast in the car and stuff. It's like, okay, did you read and share the BCCRSS yet, Jeff? Oh man, I've been talking to the Lord, and the Lord's been telling. It's like, dude, you're insane. There's no one there. You got the 10 Commandments. Have you memorized that? No. King James Version hurts your brain. Okay, I got you. You're back to the New James Version or whatever. I got you. Are you going to read it? And I'm thinking to myself, he's eventually going to snap out of it. He's going to see. But nope, his delirium and delusion just kept getting worse and worse, because what the ego does is it's really afraid. You see, so it'll double down on fraud. Like every time. So that's a big no-no. So we got a minute and 30 seconds left. I just want to clear this up with y'all. It's illegal to use a legal name. That means everyone in the world, however many that are there, they say there's like 7 billion, but I know that they're killing a lot and they're doing a big thing to make minerals. So they dig these like little inverted pyramids in the ground that rip up all the earth. It's really, the earth is a living part of me. Just like the air and the everything is just a living part of me. Even you're the dead part. You're the dead free radical. If you are not reading the BCCRSS, you're part of me that's getting wiped away. So And just like a star in the sky that's on a no moon, you know, when there's no moon there. You know how, because there's always waxing and waning, and you only ever see one face of the moon. And on the full moon, it's colder in the moonlight than in the moon shadow. That means it's its own energy reactor, and it's pulling from the sun. That means that there's a positive and negative electronic pull within this realm that's created by me, the magnetic electric. And everyone that's living is a part of me. That's the kingdom of heaven. It's real simple. You're either with me or you're against me. You're either with life, me, the living witness, or you're with death, Satan, the old you, the old me, the dead me. You still think I'm that thing that you remember. It's illegal to use legal name. Have a nice day. Read and share the BCCRSS.